The Mahindra Quanto is a vehicle that has oddball looks because of its size. It started out on the Xylos platform, the Ingenio platform, but ended up just under 4 meters in length. From the front, you could be forgiven for thinking it's a Xylo because it has some very subtle differences. The grille, for instance, is a mix of old Xylo and new Xylo styling. The headlamps get the Mahindra logo detailing in them. When you look at it in profile, that's where it ends up looking rather odd, because it's almost as tall as a Xylo but not as long. And the smaller alloy wheels make it look even more ungainly. At the rear, the large door with the big spare wheel cover does look quite neat, giving it a bit of an SUV feel. It's the rear of the Quanto which is the most interesting, given that 3/4 of the vehicle is like the Xylo. Step into the Quanto and the dashboard looks very familiar, exactly like the Xylo. The front seats with height adjustment and armrests too are pretty much the same. But it's when you turn the ignition and see the meters do a test sweep that you notice how things are different. The engine starts with a distinct clatter. The Quanto's engine is quite unique. It is a 3-cylinder 1.5-litre diesel engine, putting out 99 bhp of power and 240 Nm of torque with a 5-speed manual transmission. It also boasts of a twin-scroll turbo which takes care of both low RPM and high RPM turbo boost needs of the engine. This virtually eliminates any kind of turbo lag. The 5-speed transmission driving the rear wheels is easy to use, but the shift feel is slightly rubbery and the clutch is hard. You also feel plenty of vibrations from the engine at low RPM coming through the gear shift, clutch and steering column. Driving the Quanto, you get a very good feel about it because of the height. You get very good visibility because you're sitting high up. But the engine isn't that refined. You tend to hear some of the engine noise coming into the cabin, and there's some vibration that you can feel in the gear shift and on the clutch. Fit and finish could be better in the Quanto. A test vehicle with just 3,800 kilometers on the odometer already had some panel gaps and ill-fitting plastic. One would expect the Quanto to have Xylo levels of comfort at least, but somehow it doesn't. The middle row in the Quanto isn't exactly a really comfortable place to be in. Although you get pretty decent legroom, this, as you can see, is the minimal legroom, and you get things like a tray table to keep some knickknacks on. It isn't really very comfortable to sit in because it keeps bouncing and you always get a feeling that you're floating because this car is pretty high set and it has a pretty stiff suspension. And there are things which are missing, which is a center armrest, which would have been very convenient. And also, this row doesn't fold. If it could fold, you could actually fold it and add luggage, but unfortunately in this car, you can't do that. Mahindra has equipped the Quanto with 2 jump seats in the 600-litre boot area, but they aren't too comfortable either. Now the last row in the Quanto is rather cramped, with 2 little jump seats over here. This is suitable only for children, because if an adult sits here, as you can see, I have absolutely no shoulder room and my head is tilted at a funny angle because the roof comes down right here. So you can best use this row only for short trips. But you get a lot of creature comforts in this row, like a 12-volt power point and some bottle holders as well. Safety features in the top end include 2 airbags and ABS equipped brakes that provide decent stopping ability, but the pedal feel is spongy. Other features include a dual-DIN music system, a multi-information display that has temperature, speed and average fuel economy readout. Speaking of which, the overall fuel economy we squeezed out of the Quanto was 15.8 kilometers per litre in a mix of city and highway traffic. The claimed mileage is 17.2 kilometers per litre. So how exactly does the Quanto fare? If you want a vehicle that has good ground clearance and can take a beating with a full load, it is a good alternative to a premium hatchback. It is decently equipped with features and gives good fuel economy, but suffers from poor ride quality and handling. However, when you consider the price point of between 6 lakh and 7.5 lakh, it does drive a convincing bargain. There's nothing else like it.